Hello everybody and welcome back to another amazing video. My name is That One Lego Dude and today I bought a Star Wars Imperial Light Cruiser Lego set. In the background will be a video of me opening and building the set, but since the video came out so long, even after editing, I'm gonna take advantage and make this video a video of me answering questions you guys leave me in Discord and Instagram. Before I get to the actual questions though, you might notice that my building video is a bit different than what I used to do. Before I used to do stop motion builds, taking pictures one by one, but I quickly realized that this video would be much longer if I did that. So instead, I did a time lapse. I plan on doing this in future builds since it shows all the times I mess up, as well as the amount of work that has to be put into each and every single one of these builds. This build took me almost 8 hours to complete, and that's still not taking all of the editing that I had to do in order to cut down all the time. The little information I can provide on the set is that it cost me $160, which is an amazing price for this set. I can guarantee you really get your money's worth on it. Also, this set is huge, so unfortunately I might not be using it in future animations since I don't really have the space in order to basically fit it. Anyways, now we're going to get into the questions. I will be showing the questions in text on the screen, and I will also say who and where I got it from. Links to all the socials will be in the description below, and for a chance of getting your questions asked in a future Q&A video, just hop into the Discord server that I'm in. Those links will be down in the description as well. I hope you enjoy. The first question I have comes from Discord by user JamesPQR or PineQ Records and reads, "How long do you spend making these animations?" Well, James, it really does depend on what I do. For example, the 2D builds that just show pictures like the Bowser ones, I will have a little bit of a clip on the screen just showing an example. Those take me around 2 to 3 hours each. The regular build animations where there's actual Lego people, those take me about 3 to 4 hours, and the animations that have Play-Doh in them, like the worms one, those will take me around 4 to 5 hours. The drawing animations only take me about 1 to 2 hours, but I stopped doing those because they were just very tedious projects, and to be honest, they just looked terrible. But if you guys want me to go back to those, I will, but they didn't really hit as much as the other ones. Finally, my big films, such as The Return of Alex, take me about a couple days at a time, but The Return of Alex actually took me 4 days. It took a very long time. That's not even including the editing, but that's a completely different story. And so on average, an animation can take me anywhere from 5 to 6 hours, not counting building the sets, because building the sets is just something completely different. And what a lot of people don't realize is that making animations is a very long and tedious thing. So if you're interested in actually doing animations, you got to be prepared sitting at a desk or wherever you're building for hours on end just in order to get one scene. I don't do that. I take breaks, but still it is a very long process, but something I enjoy doing in my free time. Okay, this next question I have comes from George Quintana on Instagram and reads, "Will you be doing more voice acting in your stop motion films?" Well, George, that's actually the plan. I'm getting a lot more comfortable putting my videos now. I'm getting a lot more comfortable putting my voice in my videos now. That's what I meant. And I think that's a huge step forward into completely having different personalities and voices for each of my figures. As of right now, I don't have a set voice for each of my figures, but in the future, I plan to do so. Just people who are willing to come back onto each and every single project that those characters are in, and feel free to voice them whenever I need them to. But in order to give you the short answer, yes, I will be doing more voice acting in my stop motion films. That is the plan. Okay, the third question comes from, and also just so you guys know, some of these names on Discord are kind of weird. Just pointing that out. The third question comes from the Simp 420 on Discord and asks, when our Q&A video coming out? Well, as you can assume, it's happening right now. For context, I'm in a couple of LEGO animation servers, and these are questions people ask me every other day. That's where I get these questions, and I told them like 2 months ago I was doing a Q&A vid, but never really got around to doing it. So those questions were kind of just sitting there. I'm glad I get to use them now, though. And if you guys want a chance of getting to be in a Q&A video, I'll drop those links in the description. The fourth question comes from Choo Choo Man's on Discord. Like I said, these names are weird. And he asks, do you have any big plans coming up or any draft videos in case you were to leave again? If you guys didn't know, I left YouTube for like 2 months for the lack of video ideas, but I had enough drafts to make it only seem like it was 2 months, when in reality it was like 5 months. To answer this, I say no. I don't have any drafts, and as of right now, I don't have any really big plans in the future. But right now, I do have this huge Lego set and a bunch of minifigures now. So I might have something planned, I don't know. I just don't have a clear idea right now. I think the best way is to say I just can't say it right now, because it's too early to come up with a definitive answer. Now, the fifth question comes from JojoFan12 on Discord and reads, how long do you take on making the sets for your films? Now, like I said, this is a completely different story. Some films take longer to make sets than others because on some sets you might recognize I make backgrounds. These are just so you don't have to look at my crusty wall. And on some of them, I don't even use a ground, and I don't even make a background, and I just pull out a base plate. Just a simple base plate. I can say on average it takes me about 2 to 3 hours making the sets. The most I've taken making like a set, a background, anything having to do for a film was like 5 hours. And again, this was for the Return of Alex. That was one of my biggest projects, longest, most frames. It just took a super long amount of my time. Other than that, I really don't take that long making the sets for films or just making the films in general. And I think that's a good thing. Okay, now, the sixth question comes from Jake Smart on Instagram and reads, can you make a Discord server? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, because every time I've made a server on Discord in the past, having to deal with my Lego content or my other channel, which I'm not even going to talk about because that died too. But every time I've made a Discord server, it dies within like 2 hours, and like nobody will type for like a whole week. I could get people in there, but I don't think they'd be even active. But I guess if I see enough people willing to join a server, I'll make it. But if I see that it's not even active, I just won't keep it. So I'm just gonna leave that up to you guys. If you guys want a Discord server, type in the comments whether or not I should make one for my subscribers. But that's not up to me to decide. Okay, the last question I'm going to answer comes from IRL, a good friend of mine who does not want to be named, so I won't name them. And they ask, what are your plans going forth with the channel since you're graduating in like 2 months? Yeah, I honestly don't know. I saw the channel as a little fun side thing, something that had helped me kill time after homework and gave me something to do on weekends, like right now. I guess I can keep doing the channel afterwards, but with more of a schedule since I can actually plan out my life. But if I can't find time, I guess the channel will just stay here until I find the time to animate again. But I won't know for sure what I'll do until we get closer to that date. But don't worry, this channel will never get deleted. It'll never, it'll always be here. And I feel like in the future I will always come back at least once a month. Maybe. I don't know. But until we get closer to that date, I don't have a definitive answer to that question, which kind of sucks. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A video. This took longer than any of you could have expected, with editing, finding all these questions, and just determining how I wanted to lay out this thing. I love all the recent support on my videos on TikTok and YouTube combined, and I want to keep that going. Now, for the part that actually has to do with this video, because, this set has just been built in the background. Now, my ratings on the set. So first of all, the price is amazing. Compared to other sets this size and with the amount of minifigures it has, it's just extremely generous. It's a great, great price for the set. Second of all, this thing is big and absolute time killer and just fun to set up. I would just have fun dismantling it and then rebuilding it over and over again. I don't get that kind of fun with other Lego sets, but this one is completely different. Third, the building process just absolutely sucked at times. I'm not saying it sucked all the time, because sometimes it was just completely satisfying, but sometimes it sucked. Some pieces wouldn't fit together, and I had to force things together and had a constant worrying of what happens if I did something wrong and I had to take it apart. I don't work with Lego Technic or buy pieces of Lego Technic for these exact reasons. It's like freaking redstone from Minecraft. You have to know what you're doing in order to, have the complete experience. What wasn't shown at some point in the video was me messing up on one of the wings, and I didn't realize it until I was almost done with the entire build and I had to go back. I'm pretty sure that's why it took me 8 hours. Otherwise, I think it would have taken me 6. It was just super confusing at times, and in the time lapse I had to stop and delete some footage since I kept on messing up, even though it wouldn't have made the video any longer, because that's how time lapse works. On the 6th bag, I kept on messing up and had spent like 2 hours on it alone, which is that's bad. I kept mixing up, the instructions and had to redo everything 4 times. Maybe I was just being dumb. Okay. 5th, the minifigures are amazing. They are amazing. 6 minifigs in one set is amazing value. Plus, Grogu. That dude's amazing. He's adorable. Tiny. I skipped 4th. I just realized that. 4th, the instruction manual is garbage. I had to download the Lego app in order to get the 3D instructions so that I could actually read it. Okay, 7th is any other notes I have on the build, which is that the amount of extra pieces was super low. I can count them off the palm of my hand. I actually have it here. There's only like 10 extra pieces. And I actually had to use 4 of the extra pieces because I accidentally dropped some of the Legos and I didn't know where they went. So I had to use them, and it was exactly what I needed. It would be much better if Lego put more extra pieces into their sets. Finally, my overall rating is a 9 out of 10. I would recommend this set to anyone who can get their hands on it because it's just amazing. Okay, so before I end the video, I have some questions I want you guys to answer in the comments or on Discord or wherever the heck you see me. Did you guys like the new time-lapse over the stop-motion format? That was something new that I liked, but I don't know if you guys would prefer it more. Okay, another one is, would you guys like another Q&A video in the future? I'm pretty sure that's a yes, but I'm still going to ask anyways. And number 3, should I make a Discord for you guys? Those are my questions, and that's everything. Thank you guys for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you like what you saw and want to see more of it.